let's see if we can like get the whole chronological order.
I think we're gonna nail it. One take, no notes.
See.
Hello, welcome to the True Lane YouTube channel. I'm Chelsea, and this is not an episode of my podcast because obviously I have a very special guest on my couch in my room, and we're so happy to be here together to talk about Flock Fiber Festival, which we just went to.
Yeah. I'm Marlene, by the way.
Yeah, I think I just said special guest.
Yeah.
I feel like most people probably know who you are, but she's Marlene Knits on YouTube.
Marlene Knits.
Marlene Knits on YouTube, and we met last year. If you've watched any of my videos before, I A, talk about her all the time. B, we did a yarn swap last year where she picked out a bunch of yarn for me from Europe. I picked out a bunch of yarn for her from America, and we shipped them to each other for a lot of money. It was worth it. Now she came to visit me, which kind of started as a joke last year when Flock Fiber Festival was announced. And I don't remember who sent it to who, but it was like, whoa, this looks so fun.
Yeah.
And I think you were immediately like, oh, I wish I could go to this. Like,
yeah.
Because all of our favorite dyers are going to be there. And so then I was like, oh yeah, you could just stay at my house.
LOL.
LOL. And then we were just kind of like, what if you did stay at my house?
I mean, at this point, like, we hadn't, we had been talking, but like
had
more
we FaceTimed
on,
like one time, or had we just been texting?
I think we'd just been texting, like DMing, commenting, started to watch each other's videos. Like, I started watching your videos, I reached out to you asking.
You talked about me in a video and tagged me.
Yeah.
So then I found you.
I asked you to do the yarn swap, like, I don't know, a month in, like pretty early on. I think that's what like started us talking more.
Yeah,
because like we had to hash out the details, right? Yeah, and then it was like, what if you came though, like for real? And I'm like, well,
yeah, and I was kind of joking because like that's so much money for her to fly here from Germany to like visit. And so I was like, it's your money. I don't want to pressure you.
Yeah.
But it would be so fun. So fun. Oh, fun.
But you could stay with me. That's what you suggested, like, immediately, which would, like, bring down the cost. So it would still be a huge trip. But, like, the main thing for me would be the flights.
Yeah.
And then we, LOL, like, looked at flights. And they weren't actually that expensive. Like, I think I booked about half a year ago.
Yeah.
Like 6 months ago. And they were like 800 euros. Like, I mean, I had to, is it layover? Like,
yeah, it's technically a stopover if you don't sleep there.
Okay. So I had to like change flights, change airplanes.
Yeah.
In New York on the way there. And like when I'm going back at the end of this week, I'm doing a stopover in Detroit. And then I'll be back by the weekend. But yeah,
and it took her 26 hours to get here.
I didn't expect it to be that long and tiring, but like we started going on our adventures the day after. We started strong. And you can see all of that in my upcoming vlogs, and you filmed some too. So I will be uploading vlogs too, but maybe this is going to be, what?
I thought it went out of focus, but I think it's okay.
But like this is the Flock show and tell. Yeah, how it went.
Yeah,
story time.
That's what you're watching right now. Long intro, of course.
I'm here now. That's basically,
So the first day we went to La Mercerie, which is the yarn shop that put on Flock Fiber Festival. So we got to swing by there, and then we went on a road trip around the Olympic Peninsula, and then it was time to prep for Flock. We had a super fun day all around Seattle on Friday, which was the day that the festival started. There was a 2-hour evening shopping window that was masks required for, well, A, just the people who wanted to get in first, and B, for people who like require masks for medical conditions. Saturday was like the big first day. So we had tickets for Saturday and Sunday because we figured we would want to just like hang out the whole time, which we did be doing that.
You're sprinkling in all the things.
I can't help it. We already have so many inside jokes. obviously.
Yeah.
They came on real fast and strong. So we stayed at my sister's apartment in Lake City, which is pretty close to where the festival was. And so we woke up Saturday morning like it was Christmas.
Oh my god. I felt like a kid on Christmas,
yeah.
honestly.
And went to get breakfast at the best breakfast place, Cloud City Coffee.
We'll link
Breakfast
everything.
sandwiches.
You'll link everything. You gotta edit this.
So then we got to the festival. Oh, we got there at like 9 and it started at 10.
Yeah, like 9, like 10 minutes past 9.
Yeah.
We had a parking place.
Yeah, we were pretty nervous about the parking situation. I was nervous about the parking situation because
I was nervous for you.
had been posting like to beware of the parking situation.
Yeah.
But because the festival is in a park and all of the like buildings in the park were closed for the weekend, so none of the parking spaces were like blocked off or reserved or anything. So we got a parking spot right away. There was a line forming when we arrived and I was like hyperventilating as we were going up. Like I honestly was pretty nervous about the festival. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, I think just I'm an introvert. You're like
I'm
a
half and half. I'm a half introvert.
And so I was like pretty nervous about the amount of talking and meeting that was going to be going down. But as we were like getting closer and I just saw like the line of fiber enthusiasts, I was like, this is going to be so fun.
You're squealing.
I was squealing and a little bit hyperventilating. Saw a few people from my knitting group from the store I work at, which was super cute. And it started sprinkling.
Oh yeah. At that point I was like, please don't like full on rain, because she did my hair. I was feeling pretty cute and like
moisture in the air.
but there's a word for that.
Humidity?
Yeah, humidity in my hair is like it doesn't work well together. So but yeah, and also we're standing there for like 40 to 50 minutes because we were early. But it was nice because we were talking, chatting, I was knitting a bit, we were drinking our coffees, getting ready, like mentally preparing for what was about to happen. We saw people in line, like in the front that
we
we
never
saw.
got to meet Elise from Sunday.
Oh yeah, right. She wasn't there on Sunday.
We saw her in line
on
Saturday, but we didn't.
I didn't see her on Sunday.
No, I didn't see her either. She must have just been there on Saturday. Yeah. But yeah, we saw her in line. Did we see anybody else we recognized in line?
I mean, I was looking out for some people that I wanted to meet.
Yeah, but the line was huge. Like, it went... You'll see a clip somewhere in one of our videos, but it was like around the park to the back. I couldn't even see the end. And we were somewhere... We were kind of towards the beginning. Yeah. Like...
Yeah. Well, you gotta...
first third, maybe.
You gotta tell the part when they let the first people in. That's your favorite part.
That's my favorite part. When I think they started letting people in at like 9:59. Just when they started checking the tickets, I looked over and people were like running into the hangar, like,
but, like
so
jogging,
excited, like how I was feeling. Yeah. And it just warmed my heart so much. They didn't seem like aggressive people, like, I gotta go get the yarn I want. No. It was just like
not like Black Friday.
Yeah, it's not like Black Friday.
Mellow.
Do you guys have Black Friday in Germany?
No, but like...
You just know the reference.
Yeah, we make fun of Americans doing it. I mean, it's becoming a thing. I think it's becoming a thing. Everything that's an American thing, like 10, 15 years later, is a thing in Germany.
Sorry.
I feel like, I don't know.
Anyway, so it was just such a like joyful opening, and the line went really quick. I think went from them going in to us going in was like barely 5 minutes. 2-3 minutes. Yeah. And because they weren't actually scanning tickets, they were just looking at them to see like if you had a Saturday pass.
Yeah. We had a plan.
We had a plan of attack for going in. Yeah. So pretty much the only thing we wanted real bad was these and Woolberry Fiber Co.'s Flock colorway, which is called Flock. Yeah. Yeah. And it was a perfect blend of our taste. It's like a light, sandy, beigey, tan base with speckles that were, all I remember is like red, brown, green, some green, a little bit of yellow maybe? Maybe, yeah. Like a golden yellow. Yeah. Maybe I'll try and remember to put in a picture of it if I don't check Instagram. So that was what we really wanted. And so we thought that the merch would go first, which looking back at the kind of people that are at Flock, it makes way more sense that all the yarn would go first. Yeah. So we should have gone to Woolbury first, but
Yeah.
the merch line, I mean, there were so many people behind us in the merch line. Like,
Yeah, we got in
it was
quick,
long.
and we were staying in line for like 10 minutes. And then Emily came up to us. She was like, oh no,
Gently chaotic knits.
Yeah. Another lady came up to us and she was like, what can I get you? And like, I was like, oh, I want a sweatshirt, like size large, a straw bag, a drawstring bag, and the stitch markers. And so she got it for me. I was like, oh, I don't need to try it on, which was, in hindsight, we should have tried them on first. We wanted some oversized sweatshirts, but like now they're pretty like on the very oversized side. So yeah.
We think they're supposed to fit oversized, so
Yeah.
you get your true size.
Yeah, you should have gotten a small. I should have gotten a medium. I got large.
Both sized up.
Yeah.
So we're like swimming in them. I mean, this goes like you can't even
But
see,
it's
but
still, I mean,
they're
you don't,
comfy.
Yeah.
Like,
we love them.
yeah.
Like, so this lady came up to us, so we didn't have to go all the way to the front. She got us our stuff. We're still standing in line and then paying for it. And it
Make
went
it like efficient.
super quick. Yeah, they were so good about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emily rearranged the line. Sorry.
Yeah.
Emily rearranged the line. That's what she was doing.
Because the line was kind of blocking some of the booths in the back, so they changed it so it would like snake through the front to not
which was
block.
Great, because that's how I found the first thing that I actually bought.
Yeah, we actually split up. I stayed in the line because she was like,
okay, I can show you.
Yeah, in front of the booth, she was like, wait, I want that.
Maybe I'll start with this.
Yep.
Yeah. This is a Winding a Skein kind of like packet. It's a Nitty Noddy. This was actually on my wish list, like my to buy list, because this is something that you can use to create a skein, a hank of yarn. So if you have like a leftover ball of yarn that you already work with and you want to get it back into like the mini skein form, you need something like this, because then you create like a yard loop and then you can twist it up again and it looks cuter in my opinion. And I'm doing this scrappy advent project swap gifting with my friend, and so I wanted one of those to make the skeins extra cute for her. So I got this at Coats & Co, which is this brand. And while I got this, I also saw a drop spindle, which I'll get to later, because I saw it, I was like, everyone spinning right now. I don't know if I might have to hop on that too.
Yeah, and you did.
I did. Yeah, but then we got our merch first, so we both got the sweatshirt.
Yep.
Did you get anything else?
No.
Okay.
I just got the sweatshirt.
I too got the drawstring bag, which is just, I think it's a perfect size for like a top or a t-shirt or a sock project, maybe a shawl. Yeah, it's a great size, and I think the merch was very well priced. I don't think it was overpriced, which sometimes happens.
Weren't the sweatshirts like 30 something?
36.
36? Yeah.
And the drawstring bag was maybe 11 or something.
We bought sweatshirts in Pike Place Market the other day for $50, so this was much more reasonably priced.
Yeah. And the third, I can't speak. The third thing that I got was this All Stitch Studio collaboration with Flock Fiber Festival, and their seamless stitch markers. They're in this little baggie. They go up to knitting needle size US 13, which means nothing to me, but size
9mm right there.
I wanted to say that, but like size 13. Oh, okay.
And the colors are so cute. I would have gotten these if I wasn't trying to be budget conscious.
So, I mean, you can keep the ones that just fell down.
Oh, thanks, girl.
That's what I got at the merch stall, booth, whatever.
So then we booked it to the La Mercerie booth, which was hosting La Bien Aimée and Woolbury Fiber Co. Yeah. And so we raced in there, and there were only 5.
I got one, you got one. And then the other girl got 4.
But you had already hung that back up though, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So there were 6 skeins of the Flock colorway on berry no, it was like natural sock. It was a non-superwash sock base.
Very natural.
Very natural, I think that's what it's called, yeah. And that was not the base we were looking for because we preferred how the dye took on the superwash yarn, I think, because it's like a little more saturated, and we liked kind of deeper autumn tones as opposed to being a more vibrant red speckle, etc. So, but of course, like, you're at the festival and you get that rush of like, I need to have this. So we were just like holding it and we're like, do we need to get it still? Like, it's
what
the
do we
only
do
one
now?
Here.
Yeah.
And so you decided right away, you were like, that's not what I want.
No.
So you put it back. And then
I was surprised by that. Like,
yeah, you just like,
I
called it.
I'm like, it's cute. I want some woolberry. I wanted this, but there's not. I asked Bethany. I actually asked her husband about it. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, no, I can't do it. He's like, sorry, mate, we don't have any more.
His accent is so
he's hilarious.
Strong. Yeah.
He's so nice.
So animated. Yeah. Everyone's husbands were so great.
Yes.
Like,
I mean,
so
everyone's
nice.
Great, but also they chose
I'm like surprised because like
partners.
Yeah, being in the industry that they're in, and like, you know, knitting is such a specialized hobby. Like, you have to know so much about it, and the fact that all of these husbands are so involved and animated about it is just adorable.
Very much.
Yeah. So he said that was all that was left. She put it back. This other lady comes up and grabs 4 off the shelf and is like, and I was like, do you need mine too? Like, because I decided I didn't want it, but she was like, no, I only need 4. And so then I like felt this like glow of light around me. I was like, I am holding the last skein of the flock colorway available. I'm like looking around. I'm like, what do I do? So I held on to it for a while we walked around the booth. And then I was a smart shopper and I was like, this is not the one that I want. So I like went over and I put it back on the shelf, and within a second somebody else had snatched it up. So I made somebody very happy.
But also she told us, I don't know if that's like official, like public information.
She posted it.
Oh yeah.
Or she posted a teaser today. So, and by the time this comes
she'll
out,
post it.
Yeah.
Oh, we have inside information.
We do.
Be doing that. Stop yourself. Yeah, they're going to make like put up a pre-order for it, and so
it's probably already live by now.
Yeah,
or closed.
Oh my god. we have to get on that because I really wanted one. Like, I didn't get any other show colors, and it's called flock, and it's like and it's like you said, it's the perfect. Yeah. So she'll get me 1 sock skein, and then we'll exchange it whenever we see each other again.
Also, while we were standing there, we got to meet Bethany and her hubby, and she was so nice. We've talked a little bit online. I don't know if you guys have chatted a little bit online.
I don't think so, but
she's super sweet, and they were really great. Then our next mission was Sorella, I think. Explore Knits first.
I'm not sure.
Oh wait.
Oh no. So we met your friend Megan, who's Cat Knits on Instagram.
Yep.
And she was so kind.
Me through this.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit something like this. She was like, oh, I've already done all my shopping.
Because she went on Friday.
Yeah, that's why. I'm like, how would she have done that?
In 1 minute.
Like 10:20 or 10:30. No, she did her shopping, like her major chunk of her shopping Friday night. And so she's like, oh, I'd be happy to stand in line for you guys. So she's a friend of Chelsea, and she and I had been following each other because of you already on Instagram. And so I know of her, but I didn't know her in person, so I got to meet her. She's so nice. She's like, oh yeah, I'll stand in line for you guys, and I'll just knit.
And the EKF line was enormous. There was probably at least 50 people in it.
I think so.
Yeah.
It was going quite quick. They were like,
the
line was just to pay for the stuff you got.
Yeah.
So we got in, we're able to look around. I think the first 2 hours were a bit, I wouldn't say chaotic, but like people were...
Gently chaotic?
It was gently chaotic. People were pushing into the booths a bit more. So you had to be like, excuse me. Like people were apologizing to each other and like reaching over
Everybody
each other.
was very considerate.
Yeah, I think so. It was not Black Friday.
No.
Like at all. But yeah, we're looking at the colorways, and we asked about some of the colorways. So I wanted to get some Snow Qualmy. That was like a very beautiful, very dark green color, like grayish green, because I wanted to get one of the Seattle colorways. I hadn't like gotten any before, and Pike Place I really liked, but I didn't feel like it was something I wanted to make a garment with, and I also didn't just want to have red socks. I thought that I could get away with, I don't know, like commercial red sock yarn for that. So they didn't have that anymore. They were out of, I think, the Duomo, like that was pretty popular the first night. Snoqualmie. Actually, the lady, when we came back with the stuff that I did then pick out, she was standing in line. She had the like 5 last skeins of the Snoqualmie, but she was so nice. So we got to talk. Really nice. Yeah, we got to talk to so many people, and
that was the best part of the weekend.
That was. But I did pick out a couple of skeins from her show. So
yup.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
I'm bringing it on. A plan that I had for some time now. And I'm not like, it is not a 100% plan. It might change depending on like how I feel about it when it comes to casting. Yeah, I'll swatch. I got 4 skeins of Daybreak on the Rockies DK base. Maybe can you hold like 2 of those? Thank you. So 4 skeins of this, which is like a beautiful, it shows up a bit. Oh yeah,
I feel like we need to like turn it towards the window.
Yeah, this is kind of what it really looks like. Like it's a orangey reddish brown. It's like a brownie red. It's more red than brown, but like it's beautiful. And we can also put in maybe a picture of the Kerr sweater, which is a pattern by Rebecca, the Cray Bear. And she had used similar colorways for her first, I think her first sample of this sweater. And I also got this one skein of linen, which is like a grayish, kind of like stony, linen-y beige. And it's also on the Rockies DK. And so I'm thinking about making the Kerr sweater with this, which would be my first colorwork sweater. It's like supposed to be quite easy colorwork because it's just one, like just 2 colors, and it's the colorwork is like over the like lower chest, so it's not in the yoke. We'll see. You guys will see if I finish start making it or not. So yeah, I could also hold just these 4 and like get some fluff for it and make something else with this. I'm keeping my options open. Yep. But I really love this color. I've been looking at every color that's similar to this. So Sorella had brick, which was very similar. I actually got something at Bainbridge Island at the La Mercerie shop, but I'll show that in my video. We'll film another video on my channel. The 6th thing I got at their booth was a skein of macros. This is just, this reminds me of Chelsea. Sorry, I'm like, bam. This reminds me of you. Sweater? Yeah, because of the port sweater. It also reminds me of Maya.
Mucky Maya.
Mucky Maya. So I'll probably make a hat out of this. Yeah.
It's so pretty.
So this is my EKF.
And they all look so pretty together.
That's what I got there. I also got a couple of stickers. I'm completely do you say assimilating? Like blending into the PNW. Yeah. I'm a PNW girly now, so I have a tumbler with stickers.
So after that, we went to Sorella, which they were doing the cutest thing. So a lot of people were doing like mini skein sets, but at Sorella, her sister Brooke, who's like a color expert, was helping curate your palette and like giving advice and like picking things out for you. So it was kind of a cool extra little step. And you actually got yours first. If we're going in true chronological order. Or no.
If we're going the true lane, you mean? True path?
Actually, you were getting yours shopped for, and then I picked mine up. We could show them at the same time.
Yeah, actually. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Here's what we got.
And it's Regional Squid. I love this.
That's the name of our heavy metal band.
That's what a squid looks like.
Kind of.
You go first.
Yeah, so I mean, no surprise, the colors I got are all green. I was like, they had over 60 colors to choose from to make your petite palette. I was completely overwhelmed. And so my gut was like, get green. And so I was like, Brooke, give me all the green. And so this is what she came up with. And I think it'll, I mean, I already know what I'm going to make with it. But I think this one was from the Downton Abbey collection. This is Townhouse from New York. This is Bryant Park from New York. I think this one is also Downton Abbey. And then this is like the spring green jardin, something like that. And so, yeah, with these, I'm actually going to make Gently Chaotic Knits stripy turtle tank top in all green. And it's going to be so good. That's what I got.
And the pattern idea is inspired by a viewer.
Ashley!
We met there. She was wearing the cutest version.
And this was on day 2 that
yeah.
she was wearing it. And so we were just all talking together.
Yeah.
And then
we
Marlene
got these
was like,
without a plan.
Wait, this would be perfect in your greens. And I was like,
yeah.
So
we're really thinking about what to make with minis, because we got, like, we're so inspired, like drawn to them, because you feel like you're not spending that much money when you're getting them, and then you get like a whole set.
Up.
My palette is like a walk in a park in autumn. I feel like this is
so pretty.
My autumn girly palette. I have no idea.
Looks perfect with your nails too.
Thank you. She did my nails. So I guess she said that some of the colorways were from the Salem, something
I knew
different.
you'd get there.
No, the Salem collection.
I think these two. And then this one is Bryant Park.
Oh, that's it?
Yep.
You know, I already got one of those, of the minis. You got it for me in the swap. I shouldn't have got a second one. But they're so beautiful. Maybe I'll just look into their like color database, because I really want to know. I want to put it in my Ravelry page.
Right. I mean, you could probably even, I don't know if they have a database, Sorella, but you could scroll back in their Instagram and find the announcements.
I do that. You know,
I
I do that. But yeah, my plan with these is to make sprocket socks. I've found them on Ravelry a couple months back, so they're in my favorites. And we saw...
There was a beautiful sample
at
Coats & Co.
But that was like a springy edition. They had the most beautiful...
Their yarn was gorgeous.
Yeah. Coats & Co. Highly recommend. But their colorways were like springy. And this is going to be my autumnal version.
Then what did we do?
Oh, I got something else that's Sorella actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I got a wool wash. It's just this tiny one.
I have that one. It's great.
Yeah, this is the Brooklyn edition. It's with amber, sandalwood, and leather.
It smells really good.
Yeah. It's supposed to be inspired by a perfume brand that I think has really luxurious smelling things. And yeah, I mean, we also have this connection over I stayed in Brooklyn 3 weeks last year. We have this connection of we were in the same city at the same time and we didn't know each other.
Yeah, and her conference she was going to was like 10 blocks from my apartment. So we were like right there and had no idea.
Yeah, and it's like on the one hand,
it might be sealed.
Can't get it open. Sorry. Oh, I might just keep it sealed for the flight. True. Yeah.
You could smell mine upstairs.
I did smell that already. I don't know when.
But you want to smell it again.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, and I also got something else from Sorella. I got their really cute tote bag. It's a great size and it has the box bottom, which I always appreciate.
Yeah.
And it just has all their cute little Sorella doodles on it that perfectly encapsulate me as a human being. It's got coffee, it's got writing, knitting, crochet, yarn, plants, etc., etc. So I really like this one too. We talk about how many tote bags we have all the time because you just collect tote bags so much, but I don't have a lot of like yarny ones, and I like people to know that I'm, you know, a knitter when I'm walking around. So I had to get that one. Did we go get lunch then?
Did we walk around somewhere? I
think we walked around a little bit and like ran into a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Because we didn't eat for a long time. We didn't take a bathroom break for a long time. We didn't have coffee for a long time.
We're just like so focused on the...
Because I think we didn't end up going to lunch until like 1 or 2.
Two. Yeah. But at one point we did take a lunch break. Yes. And we had amazing fried cheese, like Korean cheese dogs with spicy mayo, like sriracha mayo.
Yeah, and they're called cheese dogs, but there's no actual meat in it because I'm vegetarian.
Yeah.
And so I thought that there were like some with like actually a hot dog inside,
Yeah.
but it's literally just all
cheese.
fried cheese on a stick.
So it's like fried mozzarella sticks, but like with panko breadcrumbs, which makes the
Crunch.
even better.
Yeah. And then there's, yeah, the spicy mayo drizzle was everything.
So we're sitting down having a very cheesy lunch.
With Megan, my friend.
Yeah.
And then somebody I really wanted to meet this weekend was Kate from Red Door Fiber Studio. And as we were sitting down, we saw her like across the lawn, and we all started screaming at her, Kate!
Kate!
We hadn't met her at this point, but she finally heard us and came right over, and it was so fun to finally meet her. So she and her husband Thomas had lunch with us, and he was awesome too.
Yeah.
Of course.
What's up with the husband?
No surprise. And so we had lunch with them and
took a couple pictures too.
Took some pictures. We've been having so much fun with our film cameras on this trip. I cannot wait to get the film developed.
Me neither. I hope
at least 50% of them turn out.
Next booth.
Oh, so when we were having lunch with Kate, she had a project bag that she bought, and I was like, I need that. And it is so cute. It's like just on brand for me. 100p.
100p. You gotta explain this. No one will get that.
Okay.
I can say it. I know the story now.
Okay.
If you're a fan of the, is it Seahawks or Mariners?
Seahawks.
Okay, if you're a fan of the Seahawks, Seattle Seahawks, there's this, I don't know his name.
Luke Wilson,
who always says, 100p. And I've been teaching.
Well, it's more like 100p.
Okay.
Like he's a football player.
Okay, sorry. I just said it like...
He's not even on the team anymore, so it's like a memory. Long lost memory. But yeah, he always
said that.
100p.
And like, I've been teaching Chelsea some German. She can count now to 100.
Pretty much.
You gotta like rehearse a bit, but you could be
I can do
showing
10.
off.
Should I show off right now?
I mean, the people want to know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's pretty good.
How was
there.
that?
Pretty good. I'd say like a minus.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even a minus.
It's hard.
Yeah. I love the way you say 5, but it's more like 5, and we say 5.
Yeah, but it's so much more fun to say 5.
Yeah, I love it. And so she says
5, 6,
100p.
Yeah, so in German, 100 is 100.
Yeah.
So I've been saying 100p.
I think the people are getting to know us
terrible.
Like completely different side of us.
I know it.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, once you meet us in real life.
Yeah.
No commentary necessary. Anyway, so this bag is by that crafty little box. And there weren't a ton of her bag styles that resonated with me, but this one like really stood out because I love checkerboard everything, and it kind of also looks like granny squares.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And the lining also has really cute blue checkerboard. So this was 100p, inspired by Kate from Red Door Fiber Studio, and this was also pretty affordable. This was $38.
Yeah.
Which for a project bag that's handmade and really nice quality, I feel like was a good price. So I love it. I'm going to be using it for every single project going forward. That will fit in here. It's like a good size for, I got the little boss size, so it's like a good sock one, or like a camisole. Like it could fit 2 cakes pretty easily with a project in it.
And we're trying to like get to all the stalls in the middle. That wasn't like a, we had gone to all the ones that we knew we like wanted to get to, and that we thought the things were selling out faster. We wanted to get to all of them, of course, but like that's how we like planned it.
Yeah.
And then we went to this one booth. The logo wasn't something that I was like immediately drawn to. It wasn't a style that I was usually like.
Which one are you talking about?
It had a lot of pink in it, which is basically I'm like.
Well, next you went to the stationery one.
Did I?
Yeah, we didn't go to this until day 2. No.
No, we got everything, and we went like.
Yeah, you're right.
We actually got there before, but I didn't want to stop you. That was like
really?
after this. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter.
Are running together.
No one's gonna check. There's no
receipts.
But,
Okay, sorry. Anyway, so she wasn't super drawn to the logo, but it was the next one there.
yeah, and we just wanted
guess.
to look at everything. So we went in there. There were a lot of people standing in that booth.
Uh-huh.
Talking, laughing, and I was like, I felt very drawn in by the energy.
Yeah.
They're so nice. And we were standing there, like at first we're all trying to check out the whole booth, and then we went in.
Yep.
We're standing like the same like way we're sitting right now,
Yeah.
and I'm like looking around, going like, by that point it was like 3 in the afternoon, I think.
Yeah, like it was getting
like
surprisingly
4.
late.
Yeah,
Like,
we didn't think that.
I think we were like maybe starting to feel a little rushed at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were like, we're gonna crank through all these booths, and then we ended up sitting there for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was looking to the side. I'm like, Chelsea was looking for someone
Yes.
all day long.
All day.
And I'm like, Chelsea, look to your left.
And so I looked, and it was Lauren from the Yarn Addict Co. standing right next to me, who I'd been looking for all day. And this was after our second break, because this was coming back in from hanging with Coley.
Oh, wow. We just...
It's so hard to remember everything in order.
Yeah.
But yes, I had been looking for Lauren from the Yarn Addict Co. I think she was my very first hand-dyed yarn that I ever purchased. And we've also connected over her advent calendar that she's doing this year, which is inspired by the doors of the Baltic in Estonia, which when she went there, I told her to go visit to like look at all the doors in Estonia, because I remembered them being so beautiful from when I traveled there. So we bonded over that, and she recently did the Camino de Santiago with her sister in Spain, which is a trip I deeply want to do. And so I've just felt like very connected to her for a long time, and at Lent, I've been feeling super emo about the fiber community. Like,
Yeah.
just being in this environment and having everybody in Seattle in my town was like really overwhelming. So I got like a little choked up at lunch, TBH, and so I was a little bit on the verge of tears. And so when I saw Lauren that I've been looking for all day, and she hugged me, I was just like, I think I'm gonna start crying. And she
Something
was like,
broke.
She was like, no, don't cry. And I was like, I'm crying. So I lost it. Like, I was just like crying.
Yeah.
And so then Lauren started crying, and so we were crying and talking for like 5 minutes while you started shopping.
Yeah. So I basically went in.
And then you found that.
Yeah, so they had a big sweater on display. And I mean, if you know this lady, you know, like naturals with colorful speckles is her second or third or fourth name. And that's also something I enjoy. So when I saw this sweater, I'm like, oh, that's so Chelsea. And I was looking, at that point I was like, I already got one sweater quantity, so I don't want to be spending too much more, but like some. And I was looking for maybe socks / top camisole quantity like 1, 2, 3 skeins, because I'd already also gotten a sweater quantity and a shawl quantity at Bainbridge Island La Mercerie.
Right.
Like the first day, so I spent like half my budget on the first day that I came here. Whoops. And so I was pretty much on the lookout for a sock skein at that point. And when I saw the sweater, I was like, that is nice. Because like I also like the like, speckly colorways, and like recently I had made the Hermione Everyday sock with Phoebe and Mercy yarn, which was close to what I was seeing. Also inspired by Chelsea. And like we like the like speckly and then like a light texture sock, I guess. Yep, that was
deal.
That. And so I saw this yarn that was on the, that was what the
sample sweater was made out of.
Genau. Genau. Right.
Is that German for, you know?
Yes.
Genau.
Genau is like, that's right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
I don't know how that just came out.
Genau.
G-E-N-A-U.
Genau.
Yeah.
It's a good one for me to know.
Oh, yeah. And so I took one skein. I'm like, oh yeah, that is a perfect sock skein done. And when you calm down,
then I started shopping.
Yeah.
And I fell so in love with the sample sweater that I
as you could expect.
Got it. So I got...
At this point, sorry, I was questioning my choices. And then I picked up another
While
one.
I started shopping for the sweater quantity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So.
look, you get more. I already bought this. Remember,
Really?
I had paid for this.
Okay, I didn't know
So when
that.
you came in, I was like, do I need to get more? Because then you're like planning on having a whole sweater. I'm like, I want to have more than just socks. So I got another single skein, and I'm gonna hold them together to make a top.
Like a DK or something.
Yeah, gonna hold them together so I don't have to interchange skeins. That's actually a great tip if you don't want to interchange skeins, because the like 2 different skeins will disperse the speckles, I think, a bit. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, go on.
Oh no, we're trying to go in chronological order, so.
I mean, if we're doing
That's
that,
the
I have to
thing.
show them this too.
Oh yeah,
Because I was wearing a t-shirt, so you can see I have a,
just imagine this on her arm.
yeah, I have a shell tattoo. I've got it recently, and they saw it, and she was like, oh, that's such a cute tattoo. You know what? Grabbing something and like, giving this to me.
We have that.
Oh, this just looks like my fingers. This is like
On my head. There you go.
a shell.
A beautiful shell.
Needle stopper.
That actually looks like it's from the beach because like shells always have little like holes in them that like
Oh, right.
it's kind of funny.
So it pretty much looks realistic. Yeah. Like, yeah. And that was one of the things that I had, before going to vlog, I had tried to look at all the makers' Instagram, but didn't get to all of them, but a couple. And like those I had saved. So I was looking for them, but I didn't see them in the booth. So if she had not like seen my tattoo, I wouldn't have gotten them. But I'm so happy with my choices.
Yeah, the sweater that was on display. So the yarn is from Silly Goose Yarns.
Oh yeah.
And we have hair everywhere all the
Imagine like.
And the colorway is called Autumn Leaves.
Oh, didn't get to those information.
I took care of it for you. Yeah. And so I got 5 skeins of the DK, and yeah, it's got like some speckle that are like teal and yellow and orange, so very autumnal, and lots of brown. Yeah. And so the sweater that was on display is the Travel Sweater by Tiff something or other. And so the main body is a single strand of DK. The ribbing is 2 DK plus Surrey. The yoke is 1 DK plus Surrey. So it's like a really interesting combination of weights and textures. And so for my size, I needed 5 DK and 1 Surrey. So that is what I got. And I was very happy to find it because I wanted, like, I didn't have any sweater. I knew I wanted to get a sweater quantity, like treat myself at Flock. But none of the dyers that I knew were coming except for Woolberry Flock.
That was sold out.
Didn't have anything that I like truly wanted. So I decided my mission was to like get a sweater quantity from a dyer I had never heard of before. So that's why I ended up with this. So
yeah.
This I think is going to become the travel sweater from that designer that I can't remember the name of.
When we first saw it, I actually thought it was such a clever way to like show off the different ways in which the skeins or like the colorway could look if you're like combining 1 strand with Surrey and like 2 strands with Surrey. So I didn't even think it was a
for
pattern.
some reason we didn't think it was a real sweater. We thought it was literally just a
display.
Like, here's how it
But
looks.
It's a really cute idea, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And our other acquisition in that moment was our friendship bracelets that Lauren gave us that say the Yarn Addict. And I will cherish it forever.
It's so cute. So this is actually like a tradition, I think Swifties, like Taylor Swift fans.
With the Eras tour right now, everyone's like exchanging friendship bracelets.
Yeah.
And all the Swiftie fans brought it to Flock.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a cute idea though. Like it's such a fun memento to have. And
I had a brain twist in that moment, and actually I was talking to my friend Emma about this Montpellier top by November Knits, and I thought like, perfect, I'm gonna make that with that. This morning I was looking at the pattern again, and it's like it asks for the thick line, so it's like 2 line held together, and line is DK already, so
it's like a Aran to bulky weight pattern.
Yeah. So it's a top on 5.5mm needles, which is perfect for like autumn crank out one last camisole thing, but like this is not enough. But I'm just currently making an Anchor's summer shirt with the white line, so I could just use up the rest, because I don't think I'll need all of the skeins that I bought for that. and then get like 1 or 2 skeins more and hold it with this, because this is fingerprint plus DK will make the...
Yeah, and the cream color is like exactly the Line color.
I think
It'd be really pretty. It'd be like just a slightly less or slightly more subtle speckle.
And like it'll be perfect, because it won't just be, because this is superwash merino nylon, and then it'll have some...
It's like a DIY summer blend.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just think it's a nice looking pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had that on my list for a while.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah.
I don't know when I'll get around to making it, but... Then I think the end of the day one, we went and hung out at Lumbersery for a little bit.
We went in for a coffee break. That was before we went to Silly Goose.
Okay.
I don't think people really care for when we did what. Like, chronological order is not so important. So when we sat down, you got us a coffee. Iced coffee.
Oh yeah.
Great iced coffee.
Really good.
Cute iced coffee guy. He's just a coffee guy. He's not an iced coffee guy. I mean, I can tell. You went there to get it.
He wasn't even cute. He was married, so we can't even talk about him. Well, we just look. We don't.
I mean, I think it should be in there. People need to know.
Okay.
Us more. They want to know.
Now.
Okay, we can cut it out. So you got us a coffee.
Yeah, delicious coffee.
Yeah, we met Chloe, who was visiting from Australia.
So she's like the only one who might have traveled farther than you to go to Flock.
I think so. She was visiting Coley from Paisley Knits.
And Chloe's from Woolen Works.
Yeah, and so, oh my god, now I'm blanking, but like Coley's from Canada.
Yep.
And they came down together to Flock.
Yep.
And then there
so
were
they had a
some
similar
other people.
situation. Like Chloe's visiting.
Oh yeah, we
Coley
bonded over that
for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Marlene's visiting me for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we both went to Flock.
Yeah.
So we sat with them, and then Claire from Perfectly Knotted was there too.
Oh yeah, and she was wearing such a cute top too.
Her design.
I'm like, who is that from? She's like, that's from
Me.
me. That was so cute. Maybe I'll make that actually.
That
That
would be so cute with your DK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking out for like DK weight projects. So yeah, talking to those girls for a moment, which is so nice.
And that table is the last Flock vlog clip I took.
Oh yeah, you didn't.
I filmed a clip of us eating with Coley, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
Sorry. And yeah, so we met them. That was great.
I actually think we had our cheeses there and not on the blanket with Kate. I think Kate and her husband
they were eating and we were just chilling.
I mean, again, they don't care.
They had lunch with us.
Yeah.
We ate later. Because we did not eat
Everything
all
was
day.
all over the place.
Yeah, it was such a crazy day. And that was the day my emotions were running high. She was running high the second day.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
we took a bathroom break. We met some very nice people there. That was Naomi and Rosa.
that was day 2.
Was it?
Yep.
Oh my god, I didn't get to see Ariel day 1.
Yep, that was day 1.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so
She was wearing her cardigan on day 1.
Oh yeah. So we were going to the bathroom and there are tables.
So we met Ariel from Ari's Knits. Ari's Knits? Oh yeah, because it's like, yeah.
Yeah. We were going into that area. There were some tables. She was sitting there. I'm like, I told her before I was going to like come look for her and say hi, because I watch her videos. I don't even know if she watches mine, but like
You follow each other.
Yeah, we follow each other. She had like, I think we DM'd like once, but like I wanted to get to know her. She's from Seattle too. She does weekly vlog. No, she doesn't do vlogs. She does a weekly podcast. She's a prolific knitter. She knits so much, and she's also a prolific shopper, I would say. She gets all the good like hand-dyed yarns from all the like beautiful dyer people and knits with it. She knits a lot. And at that point she was just being taught by another friend who's called Bridget to spin. Actually, she got an e-spinner and was sitting there with her, I think her partner and Bridget, and I think, yeah, it was the 3 of them. And like spinning, I'm like, hi, don't wanna like bother you, but like, and she's like, oh, Marlene. So that was nice.
Also, I remember we forgot to mention somebody really important that we met. That was Anna from APT Atelier. Yeah, we met her in the middle of the day, and she was eating with us after Coley left.
Oh my.
Again, not that they care about chronological order, but
yeah,
we've been looking forward to meeting her.
Yeah.
And she found us somewhere in the shopping center.
Because I didn't get any of the messages she'd been like sending me.
Yeah.
I didn't have, most people didn't have any service.
Right.
Because it was like a
especially day one, we hadn't quite figured out the Wi-Fi situation yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But
I'd been looking forward to meeting Anna for such a long time. She came with her mom, Beth, and so we sat with them and knitted for a while, which is so nice.
It was very relaxing. And that's when we were drinking our coffee.
Everything's all over the place. But yeah.
There's just so many memories to like...
I think it was like the longest 2 days and also the shortest of my life, and like two of the most special and amazing too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Back to the stationery.
Oh. Yeah. I mean it's day one, so it's your... Oh no.
Be right back.
BRB.
So we were talking about your stationery.
Yeah. So chronological order is out of the window. Don't even know how that would have worked. But yeah, I'm not just a knitter, but also a stationery girl. I love organization and like taking notes and making lists about everything in my life. So meeting you and like making this itinerary, and like you being like, would you send me your packing list? Because I'm like, yeah.
I wanted to know.
Yeah, I love lists. So that was really good that we both kind of felt that way about planning. But for like daily tasks, I thought that this was, sorry, I'm like, I'll just get it closer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is like a to-do like list for like daily tasks and like priorities. And I also got this stamp to go with it because I also love stamping. I do like, what would you call them? Like scrapbooks, mostly for like travel and like how my year went in pictures, because I do like analog pictures. How would you call these? Like immediate Polaroids, and like digital pictures, and then stamps and receipts and like cards and like everything. I even put in like dried up flowers in there, stuff like that. And so stamps is also a huge part of that, like making experience for me. And so I got this like stamp that is like a old office stamp, so you can pretty much just put in the date. Oh,
so nice having extra people to tap the screen.
Wow. So I could have put in like August 4th 2023. So yeah, I got this stamp and it has like a ink pad too, and this is the kit. And so with there being a month, day and year thingy up here, you can also...
Do you remember who the vendor was?
Yeah. So I don't know where I was cut off, but I think I was just talking about the stationery stall, which was Osmo. Oh,
that's pretty good.
That is the booth where I got it from. All of these things we also, so I posted my haul as an Instagram picture already. I don't know if you plan on doing that too.
Nope.
But yeah, if you want to see anything like or have any questions about any of the things, we'd be happy to answer them. Do we want to talk about another really cute run-in with a person?
Yeah.
That was the next very emotional thing that actually made me cry a bit. Like, but you cried first. This was your day to cry.
I made you cry because I was crying when I was walking up to you.
Yeah. So I was at some booth looking at stuff.
Yeah, and I had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I was on my way to take a bathroom break, and I heard like, Chelsea, Chelsea, from behind me.
Yeah.
And I turned around, and this woman with a baby was coming up to me, and she had like shopping bags in her hand, so I didn't think anything of it, but she was like, her name was Sophia, and she's actually the maker behind Making Treasures. She has such cute like notebooks, making notebooks, paper products made for makers. And so she just said hi and said that she was a viewer, and she was being just so kind, and like I was taken aback. And she was like, I actually have a gift for you, and I have one for Marlene too, but I don't know where she is. And I have never received like just a gift from the goodness of someone's own heart.
Oh my god, you're making me cry again.
Like, I mean, we're just like knitters who post videos, and she like took the time to like put together these gifts with handwritten notes for these two chicks. And so when she gave that to me, I like was already on the verge of tears, and I was like sobbing.
Yeah.
It was kind of embarrassing. She didn't mind, thankfully. But it was just like it was towards the end of the day. It was probably getting close to 5. It was probably 5.
Yeah.
And so my emotions were running high, and I just like burst into tears. And so she was like, I have one for Marlene too, but I don't really know where she is. And I was like, I know exactly where Marlene is. And so I like brought her over, and I was like, Marlene, this person has something for you. And so she gave them to us, and she had the cutest baby. His name was Elliot, and Marlene immediately bonded with him.
Yeah.
And if you go to her Instagram, there's a picture of them like gazing into each other's eyes. He was blowing kisses at her. It was so sweet. And so Sophia actually gave us these maker's notebooks that she makes. There we go, that's in focus. And it's this beautiful, I think it's leather bound, question mark?
Or maybe vegan leather, like.
Yeah, but it's got
leather.
all kinds of cute like graph paper and project pages in it, which is something I've like tried to do myself in notebooks, but I never like get the write down the right categories, or like it's just so much better to have it
Came in this
ready
box.
to go.
Yeah. She
And
wrote each of us the cutest letter to, like, having people come up to us.
It was so surreal.
All weekend, people were.
I just kept saying it was such a great way to meet people, because like
Yeah.
everyone is so nice.
Like, we want to be friends with everyone
Yeah.
that came up to us. And it's like just getting to see faces behind the like usernames that comment sometimes. And like a lot of silent viewers too.
Yeah.
And she had been a silent viewer. She'd been following me on Instagram, I think. And then I saw her stuff, and like I followed her back, and I knew that she was coming. So I wanted to check her stuff out.
Yeah.
But like I would have never
we did
thought.
not get to all the booths.
Even day
Disclaimer,
2,
like-
we like, it took us till
Yeah.
the afternoon till we got to all the booths actually.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
it was so great because all of the viewers that we did meet, that we got to talk to for more than 30 seconds, I feel like they're our friends now.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've followed everybody back. Everyone is so cool. So,
Like Nyla, Naomi,
Ashley.
No, we don't remember everyone probably, but like, yeah, even meeting Megan,
Yeah, the previous people that we've mentioned.
Ariel, everyone we've mentioned. And like I said, we put up pictures too. They're mostly on my Instagram, I think. But even like Chloe, because we had the same experience with like traveling for such a long way.
Oh yeah, Chloe,
Getting-
Lauren, Emily,
Yeah.
the botanical knitter.
Oh, like Emily, Courtney is City Goose Yarn. And like talking to Allie, Darren,
Yep.
everyone. Ashley from Sorella.
Oh.
You know her, you've been talking to her.
She
so
was
nice.
so great.
She's such a good public speaker.
She's so easy to talk to.
Yeah. So if you want to check out her book, I think it's just so well made. And it's like specifically for makers. It's for knitters and crocheters, and the inside is just beautiful. I'm still on my Line like book. Because I've like, since discovering Ravelry, I'm like not as good with taking like notes
Which
anymore.
is
But
surprising for you.
I mean, you only have so much time, and if you want to like get the notes down, I don't want to be like writing them.
Double duty.
Yeah, but with this book, I'm like, I'm gonna make the most out of this.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just so
Plus
special.
it just looks pretty.
And then we just ran into Sophia like over and over and over again. At some point, her baby had my bracelet. We were like ready
Which is
to
perfect
leave.
because it just gave us another excuse to see her.
Yeah, and like him like touching my hand, he's like, he was holding on to me. I was like, never leave.
And I would say like the end of the first day of the festival, like I started to get a little stressed and like I need to buy more stuff.
Yeah,
And
we didn't want that.
that's a very like not healthy way to shop.
No.
Because it's definitely stems from FOMO. Like I have to get this because I'm not gonna have another chance, which is not true. So I feel like we were pretty good at reeling each other in when we like started to get those little panicky moments of like, I need to buy stuff, I need to buy stuff. We ended up, I think the end of the day, just going back to the La Mercerie booth to hang out with Emily and Maya.
Yeah.
And
which was a good decision. And there, I actually bought some of yarn.
yeah, which we went back because, I mean, Marlene was set on getting some Woolberry.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
even outside of the flock colorway, they had so many pretty colors there. Like if I had an unlimited yarn budget, I would have bought a lot of their colors that they had there. I did buy one. I got this color, which is called Kindred Spirit, and it's from her Anne of Green Gables collection. And it's focusing on my face. There we go. And it's really nice. brick red color. And I got it on the Berry DK, which is Superwash Merino. And I got it because Kindred Spirit is the cutest name. I love Anne of Green Gables. And it just felt like it fit in with the flock vibe. Like, I mean, this Kindred Spirit over here. It was also...
And this
yeah, that's pretty similar.
Yeah, this
Mine's
is
more red.
Yeah, this is more brown and orange, but like this is
and
what
also, you have a hat out of a colorway like that, the hipster hat.
But that is more like that and like darker.
Oh really?
That
it's
is
more red.
Olivia and Oliver fibers. It's not brown
Burnt
or
umber.
Yeah, burnt umber is like brown red, and there's no orange in this, which I think this is more brown orange.
Yeah.
This is a really, really gorgeous red color.
Yeah. So I thought I would just make a hat out of this. And then Emily from Gently Chaotic Knits. This is like a her color, like very on brand for her. And I think she got this on a sock base actually. So I was kind of inspired by her as well.
So I was shopping for, I try to come up with projects to shop for when going to the festival. I've actually made a vlog about that. I don't know if it's up now. Yeah, like planning for the festival. Actually, you suggested that. And so I was in the market for yarn for a hollow v-neck. That is by Kadri. Another project inspired by this one, because she has a very similar looking project, project. Another similar looking object, which is yours is the 14.
Sweater number 14 v-neck.
Yeah, and I tried that on. Even her
and
size.
It looks so good.
I'm still gonna make like one size up because I want more oversized and it's like a bit more
fit,
length.
Yeah.
But like we're into the like, how would you say that? Layered look. I actually wanted to make like a Stallion Knits video last like cold season.
You should do that.
Didn't get to it. I will
Maybe
do that
this year.
Yeah, because I was so into I don't know, I very late discovered like long sleeve t-shirt. So I was wearing my stripy t-shirt under your v-neck.
Yeah, which is
Pullover.
exactly how I like to wear it.
Yeah. So
perfect.
Basically just, yeah. What do we say? We're not matching always,
Coordinated.
but we're coordinating
And
all
usually inverted.
Inward, like she... Do you have like a good
my hair
example?
Is dark, your hair is blonde. She got a green sweatshirt the other day. I have a green water bottle. Her water bottle is this color. So like today, I was wearing this with my green water bottle. She was wearing the green sweatshirt with her tan water bottle. So we're just always like along the same lines.
Yeah, we like the
running
same
parallel.
stuff, but like with a twist. Yeah, that's how we do be doing that.
I knew you'd break one of these times.
I had to. So I got yarn for that beautiful hollow v-neck, but also because we're talking to Coley and she is putting up a test knit quite soon, I think. She's doing a beautiful v-neck design, but with like a Irish moss stitch. So it's not out yet, but like...
She's going to be doing a test called, it looks very similar. It's like a v-neck Surrey pullover, kind of like the Cumulus, but all over texture knits.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe if I get that test knit, I might also use this for that. We'll see which project I'll make with it. I want an oversized v-neck sweater. We'll see which one it will be. Oh, the fluff is scratching my nose. But yeah, getting to the point. This is the Very Surrey in Homestead, which is such a cute name. And it's obviously a perfect neutral,
beigey, browny, creamy, gray goodness.
Oh yeah, I was saying I have a BC Garn.
Oh yeah.
Very nice like woolly base. It's a sport, I think. I should know this.
You are the BC Garn expert.
I don't know this right now, but it's like a very nice gray, and yeah, and gray, beige, brown. I don't. It's
grayish.
It's a grayish, and it's a like a melange kind of gray, and I made my sweater number 18 with it, but holding kind of like it was more like a chai. It had like a warm caramelly undertone, so the whole thing like took the color from the Surrey quite well, and so I think that's what's gonna happen with this too. So I was very much happy to find something from Woolberry, and that way the sweater will only cost $90 from the Surrey that I got.
Bad for a hand-dyed sweater.
Double held, because I got the BC Garn from a friend for my birthday or something.
That's
So I
the
already
best
have
way
that.
to do hand-dyed yarn, in my opinion, is
Yeah.
get one special thing, and if you're holding it, if you're layering it with someone else, something else,
Yeah.
get a commercial yarn.
I'm actually wanting to mention that we went
Yeah.
to Hello Lavender too. Yeah. Oh yeah, now you can see.
There we go.
It is beautiful stitch markers. Actually, you told me about them being like she used up her materials on those.
Yeah.
So it's like a
The no waste markers.
no waste marker. And this is by Reshma. She makes those stitch markers, so I got the 3.
Also, towards the end of day 1, I picked out these stitch markers from Denim in Rain.
Sorry.
You're good. They are these little kind of long, rounded rectangle shape, and they actually have preserved flowers inside and some like gold leaf, and they're a really nice size too. So I got those. She's a Seattle maker, and we followed each other on Instagram for a while, so that was fun to support her.
She had a lot of cute stuff, and I almost got her mushroom, like sparkly mushroom
yeah, that
thing.
one is so like classy.
It was really
like-
cute. I was just like, that was one of the things that I didn't get, but I wanted to get. And the Denim and Rain
And all
booth.
handmade, like
Yeah.
made with their own 2 hands. One more thing that I got from the La Mercerie booth was
Yeah.
the flock colorway from La Bien Aimée,
Mm.
which is called Autumn Hydrangea, and it's really beautiful. And I keep saying this to people around me, but it literally looks like an hydrangea bush in the autumn, because it's like some of them are kind of more dried and desaturated, some of them are still a little, you know, pink.
Yeah.
And so I just got 1 skein of the DK for myself, and then Hannah from Pages and Pearls, I had asked her if she wanted anything from the show, and she also wanted the Woolberry flock color, which we all know by now was totally sold out.
Yeah.
So I asked her if she wanted this one instead. She said yes, so I got 1 for me and 1 for Hannah. And I mean, La Bien Aimée, like Amy, was there, but I can't even talk to her. I think she's so cool. I get starstruck by her. And so I just bought her yarn and looked at her from afar. And, all right,
I think
are we on
like
day 2?
yeah, our storytelling like skills are dwindling down a bit because
we're getting hungry.
We've been filming for a long time. This is going to be a long video.
Like an hour and a half we've been filming.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy still. So I have a little story for this. I did see a ton of people wearing the mini mock neck by Jessie Made Designs on day 1. So Ellie from Explore Knits and Fibers was wearing it in her pepperoncini colorway.
So cute.
Darren was wearing it, her kind of like sidekick colleague. I think she's like store manager or like facility manager at Explore Knits and Fibers. She was wearing it in a gorgeous grayish blue
I
color
don't remember the name of the one.
/ squim.
That was Squim?
That was squim.
Squim.
Which I don't know why that didn't speak to me. I think it was more purple.
Mm-hmm.
I think squim was like too purple for my opinion. But I mentioned on my like videos before that I had been wearing blue a lot in my life before because I'm naturally like a blonde. And I guess like me and my best friend, when we were kids, she's brown hair. She was put in like red dress and I was put in like blue dress matching. So we have this picture and it's like on our in my aunt's house, and I always assumed like her colors were red and mine were blue. So that
It was just like
kind of like
ingrained.
in my head.
Yeah.
And then at some point I got into like I wasn't wearing black and blue as much and got into like brown, beige, rust, like
Warm
all
and
those
neutrals.
warm neutrals too. But I still think, and this might be proving my point, that like blue is also a color that I can wear. And
Because it
actually
looks so good on you.
Megan was like pestering me to get
It's like,
something
I'm not
blue.
leaving the festival until you buy some blue yarn.
Yeah, she was like,
Megan's a huge blue fan.
yeah, and also I think she has a great taste in it. Like she know,
In like tones.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so she was really like pushing me to get something blue. I was thinking about the mini mock neck tank all
In a good way
Nice.
though, like encouraging Marlene to step
Oh,
outside
yeah, yeah.
of her comfort zone. Like,
no, she wasn't. Pestering is a
more
negative
like
word,
you
right?
can do this. Be brave.
Yeah, I didn't know a better word for saying it. So yeah, and then we're at the booth, which is called Sea Change Fibers. It has a cute logo.
I'm in love with them.
Did I do it? Yeah, I did it.
All by yourself.
Yeah. And she, the maker, had the nicest bases. I'd actually seen, like, we showed each other what we bought the day before, I think, and someone had pulled out, I don't know who it was.
Yeah, it was those two ladies that sat at the table with us.
Oh yeah, and she
and
had
they were
like
teal color, or the aqua color.
And so the booth, they had like a lot of 80% American merino rambouillet, and then like 20% linen, 20% cotton and stuff like
Didn't
that.
they have some silk too?
Not sure.
Okay.
But like a lot of really nice, like more summery fibers, but still
And
like
non-superwash.
Yeah. And then she also had this 20% American merino rambouillet and 20% cashmere, which had a yardage like of 490 yards. It is the swell fingering and a steely gaze. And 490 yards is perfect for a mini mock neck tank in my size, and plus a little
like
extra
2 centimeters extra length.
Yeah, because I wanted to make it a bit longer, or like have the option to make it longer. Yeah. And so this, well, it is like a beautiful gray.
It looks gorgeous on camera.
It is a bit more toned down, I think, in real life. It's a bit more gray.
Yeah, it's like a charcoal with a little bit of like navy.
I think
like
this is what it really looks like. Yeah.
But
like it has purple, it has blue, and it wasn't something, that's why I'm like talking about it for 5 minutes, because I'm like, this was so outside my comfort zone. This was an expensive skein of yarn because it has 20% of cashmere, but this is also $42, like a tank for $42.
Yep.
With cashmere. And like it'll be enough to make that. Yeah, and I just wanted to buy something from her too.
She was so cool.
Like both things. And so yeah, I got this, and then I'm on my last thing actually.
Yeah, I am too.
Do you wanna?
We didn't really buy anything day 2.
No, we were just looking around.
Yeah, we went a little later. It opened at 10 and we went at about 11:30. So we had breakfast with my sister that day. We went straight back to Cloud City Coffee, got the exact same order, except you got a cappuccino instead of a cafe au lait.
Yeah.
And so we went there, and it was so much more laid back on Sunday. It closed at 4 o'clock on Sunday, and I didn't buy anything until 3 p.m. Yeah. Sadly, we didn't get any coffee again that day because the coffee truck broke down on the way to the festival, and it just wasn't there.
Yeah. That was like the only downside.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even something that they could have like done anything about. Yeah. So like organization wise, that was the only thing that we felt like that was sad that they weren't there the day.
And it was out of their control.
Yeah. So
that is, end of the day, we had no notes about flock. Like it was organized and executed so perfectly from our perspective.
Yeah.
I don't know if, Jess had any problems on their end, but we couldn't tell.
They're probably stressed, but like she even took time like to talk to us and like took pictures and like chatted to people.
Yeah, they didn't seem stressed at all, which I feel like is also a testament to their prep.
So no notes, scene. So you know how everyone's starting to spin?
At Flock this weekend specifically, so many knitters bought drop spindles.
Yeah,
and fiber to try it out.
They had
friends there who were spinners, and so everyone was just like enabling each other to try this out, and it was something you were interested in.
Yeah. And so, for example, Marlene Knits, like I said, she learned from her friend Bridget, and then at like day 2, at some point, we're sitting together, and she like showed me how to do it. Thanks again, Bridget. But yeah, before just trying it, I had to buy the spindle and the roving, and so the spindle, it was like $7. That's why I was like, it's not gonna hurt if I am not good at it, or if it takes some time to try it out.
Yeah.
I'd be very interested in like getting some like classes, like trying the paddle, like the wheel spinning, or Ariel, like I said, she got an e-spinner at the show. And so I got this drop spindle. I already started spinning, I guess it's called, a bit, because Bridget told me. And I got the wool roving, which is 100% wool combed top, and it's Cordale.
Did you get this from Coats & Co. as well?
Yeah, this is both from Coats & Co.
Where she got the Nitty Naughty from.
Yeah, and so this is Cordale. It's 4 ounces, which would be a skein of wool. And I think I spent like $18 on both of these things, which I think is like an okay amount to spend on trying something new.
Yeah. Just like if you went to Joann's and got some yarn and crochet hooks.
Yeah. Crocheting is something that I deeply want to, I mean, I don't desperately want to try, but I deeply want to try. I want to be able to know how to crochet. I feel like, yeah. And so, yeah, I tried it out. It's pretty difficult.
It was only your first time.
Yeah, there was a lot of wind. We were sitting together. That actually was a thing. Like it kept blowing
the fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kept seeing you guys turn one way or the other. This was the only time we were separated.
For like half an hour.
For a flock. For like half an hour. I was at one picnic blanket and she was at the other picnic blanket.
Because it was so difficult. Like towards the end on Sunday, like we're both like, we don't have a lot of time left. And
that's when the real stress started coming in. And not really for purchasing, but just for like seeing and hanging out with everybody.
Yeah, and you were sitting with Megan and Ashley, and I was wanting to go over to Ariel for a moment, and Emily was sitting there, and so I thought you were behind me.
Them, but then, I don't know.
Whatever, Bridget taught me, like showed me how to do it, and I'll be like picking it back up again when I'm in Germany. I just think I need like a quiet and zen moments to try it. She actually recommended some spinning podcasts too, so maybe we can link them because I can't remember, but I wrote them down, so we should be good. Yeah. Ariel at this point was actually applying her like to the things she'd spun the like day before.
First skeins.
Yeah, and that was so cool to see. Nice. But a different experience because of the e-spinner and the drop spindle. I know now why it's called drop spindle, because it drops all the time. Yeah.
Good one.
It's actually something Bridget said, so yeah.
Can't take credit.
Wasn't my joke. But yeah, that is me. The last thing that I kind of got but didn't get at the festival was a thing that kind of split my heart open. The project bag.
Oh.
So we're standing at a booth. Another inside joke was getting something for $4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So maybe you want to show it first.
Yeah. I got this for $4.
I got this for $4.
It's a keychain, and it's from Mitchell Wool Company, and it says, "I did that," with a little sheepy on it. And I love keychains. I collect them. You can see I have a little tiki and a little detective badge on my car keys. So it's a nice addition.
Yeah. And if you want to know more about this insider, you should Google Donut Kid.
I was actually thinking about putting in a couple clips in this video.
We should do that. He's our spirit kid. And he was yours first, but we kind of adopted
I introduced her to the video on her trip, and now we just quote it 24/7. We quote it a ton.
Should I tell the project backstory first?
Yeah.
Because that was
we started it, so.
That was the same booth.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't show you now, but I actually did order one thing after Flock, and that was...
You could probably put in your picture.
A project bag. So she was standing at the, is it the counter? Like the...
Checkout line.
Checkout. And I'm like, looking around. I was not buying anything at that point. I had
You were done.
Yeah, I was looking for stickers, like trying to get some more pictures with people, like just talking to people. I only got the, like, these two things, day 2. And I'm happy with that. Like, I got everything I wanted day 1. There were a lot of things that weren't there that we wanted to get, so we were done. Spend a lot of money, spend enough of money.
She was done. I wasn't done.
No. So we're like, okay, I'm here to support you now.
We took turns doing that still.
Yeah. I'm like, what do you want now? Are you
How
okay?
can I help you? Where can I take you? What do you need?
And you're like, I don't know, thinking about that. I'm like, you don't need that. Remember?
Like, yeah, you're right. I don't need that. Moving on.
Yeah. And so I saw this, looking around, there she was. I know I'm being dramatic. If you watch my videos, you know I tend to do that sometimes. And like,
you do be doing that.
Oh my God. I saw her from afar. She was a hand knit, patchwork, quilt project bag, and she was everything.
Not hand knit.
Hand sewn.
Yeah.
But she was a kid. I'm loving how I'm calling her she. I might just give her a name.
Elsa?
That's your car. We named her
Not
car
my
for
car.
the road trip. We did.
She named my car.
You didn't come up with something.
I don't think it needs a name. It's a car.
It's a road trip. It needs a name. So I saw this project bag, but it was a kit. It comes with a handmade bag, but it also comes with 2 skeins of, it was just like DK sock yarn and a pattern and a puzzle. It was a cute set, like not
Oh yeah.
saying anything bad about the set, but it was $125 too. And like I had seen her work before, and I knew that the small bags, like the sock bags, were selling for about $45, which I think is, you're good. Absolutely, like it is a price that I completely get. Like she makes them herself with her hands. But like I was not paying $125 for all the other stuff that I really didn't
only
need.
wanted the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I took like very many pictures. I was like,
She was in distress.
yeah, look at that. And you're like,
I think I did do that. I think I was like,
yeah. We did walk away from it after I took the pictures. I was like, oh yeah, it's Knitting Nelly, I think she's called. Her name is Morgan. She's a maker, also from the US. And I had seen her bag before on Instagram, obviously. So I walked away. We did a couple of laps. I was trying to support you. Then you got your last yarn purchase. And then I went back. I was like, can I just ask them if they sell it like separately? I did that. They weren't doing that. So I slipped into her DMs, the maker's DMs, and she did actually have one left. She had one kit left, but she wanted the yarn. So she's selling me the last
it worked out perfectly.
bag. She was so nice about it too. She's doing overnight shipping, so it'll be here before I leave.
Hopefully.
And if it doesn't work out, you'll
I have things
hold
to send
on.
you anyway. Yeah.
Hold on to me. Yeah, because
I
you're
wanna
getting
hold
the...
on to you.
Yeah, so that's how I'll hopefully be getting it. And she was so nice about it too. So we're figuring that out on the side. And so I'll be getting my perfect
Dream project bag.
of all
Which
time.
I got mine too, so
Yeah.
Flock was a good project bag destination for us.
Oh my god, I'm so tired though.
Now it's your turn. Yeah, okay, we're getting to the end.
Sorry.
So the last thing that I bought, day one, we met Sierra and her husband. They run
Aura.
Ballyora Fibers.
Oh no, Ballyhora.
Ballyhora.
Yeah, it's Irish.
Yeah. And so they're from Ireland. They came out for the festival to vend, and we had, well, so La Mercerie had done a sock set with them in collaboration. And like, funny story, they do like Pinterest board inspiration for all of their sock sets, and the one that Ballyhora Fibers did used a picture of me from like my influencer content creation days. And so it was such a funny like colliding of worlds. I just liked the sock set and scrolled by, and there I was, and I was like, that's me. And so we kind of interacted about that, and then it turned out she's also a podcast viewer, which I didn't know about. But Sierra was so nice, and her colors are so dreamy. And they're like inspired by Ireland, which like...
And she's from the US
Hello.
too, but
Yeah.
she's living in Ireland now.
for the last like 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
And she was really nice, and so at the end of day one, we saw her yarn. And I knew I wanted to get yarn for another Cumulus blouse because that's been one of my favorite sweaters to wear.
Yeah.
And my friend Megan, she actually uses Surrey held single for a lot of her Cumulus blouses. It's one of her favorite patterns. And for my Cumulus blouse, I used 4 skeins of Surrey held double. So technically, like the length, the yardage amount is equal to 2 skeins of Surrey if I held it single. And so Megan was like encouraging me to find some Cumulus yarn. And so I was debating between an Explore Knits color, which is Squim, which is like a darker gray, kind of hazy lavender color, or this one that I got from Ballyhora Fibers that's called Driftwood. And so I just couldn't stop thinking about this all night after day one. So I decided this was the one I was going to get back to get. And it's so pretty. It looks really perfect on camera. It's like got a slight lavender hue to it, but it's like
It's more
brownish
gray
gray.
and lighter than the swim one,
Yeah.
which would have been perfect because of the name, and we
did go
stayed
to swim
overnight in swim actually. But like your heart was with this, and you also wanted to get something from a smaller dyer, and you already had a connection with them, so that was so special.
Yeah. So I think all those things combined was why I like felt so drawn to this one.
Yeah.
And it's a 75 ounce Surrey, 25 silk base, and yeah. So this was the very last thing I got, and I love it. So I think we're both really happy with everything we got, like how it all kind of vibes together, and even with each other's.
Yeah.
Like everything looks really good.
I love your stuff.
I love your stuff.
That was a very funny way of saying, love you, bro. Love you, bro. I love your stuff. Yeah. Oh my god. Like that is it. I can't believe we've talked about through all this stuff, but like,
I know. I feel like we've been talking for like 4 hours.
yeah.
We were talking for 4 hours. Yeah, but so the very end of Flock, it felt so fitting. We were back in the Lumbersery booth, and you were sobbing.
I'm letting up now.
Why did you start sobbing? Oh, we don't even need to talk about why you were sobbing.
Why? What?
Well, because I don't want you to sob again.
It's okay. I forgot.
One of the last places we stopped by was Super Glow Fibers, which is where Chloe from Woolen Works was. And they were kind of talking about how they're from such faraway lands. And, you know, like, it's a lot easier for people in the US to travel to a fiber festival, but it's, like, not super realistic to do international travel for a fiber festival every year.
Yeah. Or more than once, even. Like, Rhinebeck would be something that I would be interested in going to, too. So,
but, like, kind of have to pick and choose.
Yeah.
So
I'd always choose Flock.
You haven't even been to Rhinebeck yet.
I don't
You
care.
don't even know. Yeah, I feel like the scale of Flock, I mean, I haven't been to Rhinebeck either, but I feel like the size and scale of Flock was so perfect for your, like, first fiber show.
Yeah, it was so chill most of the time.
Yeah. And so they started talking about how, because everybody's kind of like, see you next year at Flock, and both of them were like, don't know if we'll be back next year.
Yeah.
So Marlene was super emotional that day. I had my sobbing day on day 1, and you had your sobbing day on day 2.
I don't know why, but it just...
And we took a Be Real with Emily.
Oh, yeah.
And you started, that kind of...
I was already crying, but then, like...
It
Because, like,
kept
now
coming.
I feel like Maya and Emily are our friends, too. And, like, I watched Emily's podcast before, and then Maya, she was also following me. We've been, like, DMing about, like, seeing each other there. And, like, I just feel like I've made... Oh my god, I'm crying. I just feel like I made, like, a bunch of new, amazing friends. Like, I met so many great people. And, like, now we're going to, like, be real every day, which, like, is kind of like a guarantee to be in each other's lives, no matter where you are, and, like, no matter where they are going to be, like, the next year. And, like, I mean, I know we'll be, like, FaceTiming anyways, but
I don't have Be Real
yet. But, like, yeah, I feel like I met a bunch of amazing people, and, like, that
Confirmed. We met a bunch of amazing people.
Yeah. And that was just, like, me feeling that the thing that I had been, like, looking forward to for, like, months was ending.
Yeah.
And, like,
Culminated.
I was just so happy that our trip wasn't ending that day. Like, imagine me going back to the airport.
Total
like,
devastation.
next day. wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I was just feeling all the emotions. I'm also missing home, like, a bit, but also we're doing amazing, happy, like, fun stuff every day. And I know in Germany it's been raining for, like, 3 weeks.
Bye, Germany.
Without, like, any, like, breaks. And so I know the people who have stayed back, like, i.e. Hannes, my partner, I mean, they have not been having the greatest summer, and I feel like I've been having the best summer. So I feel a bit of, like, guilt about that. And so I don't know, it's just like everything accumulated, and I just
the happiness of being here and, like, the sadness of missing home, like, that's totally valid if you're, like, so
I sobbed, but everyone's, like, just giving me a hug and, like, building me back up. And that was another thing we did. We're like, I need a hug. Just, like, whenever you're, like, feeling overwhelmed, you're like, need a hug now.
And she gives good hugs.
Thanks. That's a great compliment right there.
And another thing that like also we've been thinking about, I think Witchfire Fiber was the one that posted about like such a nice like kind of realization of why like Flock has been so monumentally emotional for everybody, is like the isolation of COVID has like, a lot of fiber people became friends during COVID and haven't had the opportunity to meet. And so like being here, she was talking about how like, well, how I interpret it for myself was that as an introvert, my energy level like is built back up when I'm alone. So like if I'm out with people, I'm completely drained, but my energy level like is not the same as like my soul level or my heart level. Like being with people and like meeting all these people like refilled my heart, not like my energy level. So I think that's kind of what, oh my God, it was so like great about it.
Yeah. I actually had like, I had months in these last couple of years where I was like so much like isolating myself from everyone. And I was like always just thinking that that was what I wanted, and part of me needed that, but like another part, and that was what she was saying too, like another part was just like deeply craving being with like-minded people, and that was 2 days of like pure love.
Yeah, really
not trying to be dramatic or anything, but like that was just so nice.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that Witchfire Fibers also said that like hit me really hard was like remembering that people care.
Oh yeah, because if you're like just looking at a phone,
it's hard to like, you can't tell tone, and you can't tell like, you know, if someone's like too busy to DM you back, you can take that so personally, be like, oh, they definitely don't like me. But
I'm an overthinker too, like anyways. So
we're both overthinkers, so that's like how it felt at Flock, was just like all of those reservations went out the window, and it was just pure love, peace, love, yarn.
Yeah, that's why I feel like friendships were built in like this
crash
amount
course
of
friendship.
time, like whereas it would take, in another scenario it would have taken like months to get there, but like we went from like just meeting you to
0
I love
100.
you to like let's stay friends forever in like minutes. But yeah, that was, for me, that was the shopping was so nice. The booths were so nice. Squishing the yarn was so nice.
And that's how we met so many people, stopping by their booth and talking.
Yeah. But like at the core of it, it was like meeting everyone, was
the connections that we made.
I'm getting like goosebumps thinking about it. And we made the thing I thought about, like we kind of made up our own hill. You know, where like Rhinebeck has the hill where they do the meetup. I mean, ours was like a small scale. Yeah, but like Megan brought the blankets, where
people gathered.
Yeah,
it was magical.
It was our own little Rhinebeck.
Yeah, the final moments of Flock, like at 4 p.m. exactly when it closed, like Jess made a closing announcement and was basically like, we did it, everybody, thanks for your help, and everybody started clapping in the hangar for like 2 minutes, and I got all choked up again, because like that's a big feat. Like putting on a festival of this size is big old job.
And like Jess and Emily, I think like they did such an amazing job. Like everybody who helped, all the volunteers, like there were so many like Seattle based people
volunteered their time to make it run smoothly, and they did amazing.
I'm so like filled with like, I don't even know what is the word, gratefulness, gratitude. Wow.
I got you.
I'm filled with that.
I'm filled with that.
And everybody said that. Like everybody's stories is like, my cup is full.
Yup.
Yeah, that it is.
My stomach is not full.
No, we gotta eat, girls. Girls and guys and everyone's watching. Thank you so much for like listening through, I don't know, an hour and a half.
I hope this was like, you know, maybe useful or helpful in some way to plan for next year.
Yeah.
August 9th through 11th, 2024.
Yeah, I was thinking we could maybe share like not our itinerary and like what we did each day, but like maybe come up with a
travel guide.
Yeah,
because
we did
that's a good idea.
I'm sharing my packing list for like a 2-week trip to the US, kind of like, because we're like, we could have been expecting all the seasons. I didn't know if it was raining a lot. We had the most beautiful weather all week, the
whole time.
Even the
cloud cover was really nice.
Perfect
on the days at Flock.
Flock actually. So yeah, we might be sharing, you can check out the description box. We'll be putting together stuff, like linking all the people.
Yes.
Trying to...
As many as we can remember.
Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to DM either of us or like check.
Leave a comment.
Do that.
Email, whatever.
Yeah. And I'll be uploading vlogs about the experience, plus I think like a haul from all the things that I didn't get at vlog, but like...
Yeah.
And maybe talk a bit through our trip to the peninsula. Yeah. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed like filming with you so much.
You too.
Thank you for having me.
It's so fun having you on my couch. And I mean, forget all that missing home stuff. Like, you're just not gonna leave, so it's, you know.
She
don't,
will not,
you know.
like, she'll not just not drive me to the airport on Friday. I can
you are
tell.
Under my control, so.
But you've just tried to make me have such an amazing time, so I just want to move here now. I think that's your strategy, right?
Especially with my homemade iced latte today.
Oh my god.
That was the kicker.
Brown sugar syrup.
That's where it's at. Okay.
We are having such a great time.
Such a great time.
We're the breakfast sandwich club.
Yep. We wrote a song.
Oh my god. I mean, you remember Regional Squid? We were talking about like food that is like original to Germany, and she's like,
Yeah.
do you guys have squid? I'm like, yeah, we eat like,
but it's not like
regional
thing.
and then like regional
like,
squid.
wait, Regional Squid would be such a good band name. Like heavy metal.
we've been saying that sometimes, like, about stuff that would be great, but
Band
I'm like
name.
yeah, but we're like sometimes like doodling that country song, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's not a country band, and then I screamed, basically did some, I'm not gonna do that now.
She's good at it though.
I don't know, but yeah, we came up with we made up a song about friendship.
It's not a metal song. It's like
country,
a country adjacent.
We gotta eat now.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for
If
watching.
you made it all the way through, gold star.
Aggressive thumbs up
Aggressive thumbs up.
and gentle high five.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.